and I think just having fun with it.
That's a gorgeous bottle, by the way.
Isn't it? Yeah.
It's really,
those are frosted, and we screen print all the packaging.
Olha o detalhe da garrafa.
Yeah. So that's this is Sauvignon Blanc.
Okay.
So yeah, the Sauv Blanc, this is actually just the second year that we've produced Sauvignon Blanc, but it's been a huge hit. The 2008 sold out in matter of months, and this one here has been really popular. I just bottled this back in March. The style is
really good.
Trying to accentuate what I think is kind of Sauvignon Blanc varietal character, kind of zippy acidity.
It does. It really hits you like that. You get sometimes a little bit of that petrol in the nose, but not so much on the taste. It's kind of like when you get it, you get a little more fruit than you would get on the taste. I think this acidity level is just perfect.
Thank you, yeah.
Really, really perfect. Olha, é muito bom esse Sauvignon Blanc. Geralmente no Sauvignon Blanc você pega um pouco de petróleo, um pouco das frutas. É estranho falar petróleo, mas é verdade. Às vezes a gente sente um pouquinho, né, no aroma do vinho, mas a hora que você prova, ele tem um equilíbrio perfeito entre a acidez, entre a fruta, não é muito seco. Um vinho, I would say, perfect with a nice summer seafood dish. Yeah. That's definitely what
Cheers, thanks.
What I would say. The grapes come from exactly this vineyard here, or from a different one? You only plant here, or
the Sauvignon Blanc grapes come from Rutherford here. Our winery, we have 3 vineyards that we own. Mm-hmm. We own one that's around the winery here. This is considered Rutherford, mm-hmm, as far as vineyard purposes are concerned. We have another another vineyard that's up in the foothills of Howell Mountain. The vineyard's at about 1,000 feet elevation, and that vineyard we call Fleury 29. It's named in honor of Brian Fleury's dad. And then we have a third vineyard all the way up on Howell Mountain, and that's at 1,800 feet elevation. So 3 very distinctive sites. They each will grow different varieties on each site, and they each express themselves differently. So we've created quite a few different wines here. They each have their own personality. Sometimes the story is about the place. It's this particular variety from this particular piece of dirt. A lot of other times, with our wines like this one here, the F and Red, the story is more about our blending and our creativity. So this wine, the F and Red, is the blend is going to be different every year. Our style is what I call artisanal, mm-hmm, in the sense that every year the blends are going to be a little bit different. They're all handcrafted wines. Each one is a kind of a manifestation of our creative vision and of the time and place. Another way of saying it is it's not factory winemaking. It's more
like almost a handcrafted wine.
Exactly,
right?
Yeah, our style is very fluid, and we want the most important thing in any particular year for all of our wines, but the F and Red in particular here, is that it's delicious, not that it's exactly the same as last year.
Got it. And also in Napa, I mean, not only Napa, but this whole region, sometimes just because of one mountain, the amount of shade you get on that area, the amount of sun, the amount of wind you're going to get on that area, it's going to make a difference on the wine. And every year could be different, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, and in my opinion, that's one of the great thing about Napa is that you have maybe one year that is kind of not as good as the other, but you haven't had a bad year in what?
Yeah, here in Napa we're pretty lucky. It's kind of good, great, and really great. So it's pretty rare.
It's not like in France. Sometimes you do have a bad year. And,
exactly. We're pretty lucky with consistent good weather. So I always encourage people, rather than getting hung up so much on the vintage date, which, not that that's not important, it's a marker of that particular wine in a winery's history, but going with producers that are good quality, and if you can have the chance, like right here, actually tasting the wine is the best thing, because at the end of the day, what matters is whether you find it pleasurable, whether it gives you pleasure, and that's a very personal.
Sometimes people ask me, what should I drink? What should I drink with this? Yeah. What do you like?
You should drink what's delicious.
Exactly. Yeah. That's always what I tell people. And then also that thing about drinking red with meat and white with fish. You know, to me, it's, of course, you know, you're not going to go extremes, but it really doesn't matter. I mean, it's it's pleasant to you. Every taste is different. You know, taste buds.
Absolutely. My philosophy on that is wine and food pairing. It can be really interesting, fascinating, and fun, but if hopefully that never gets in the way of, you know, just things happening. Hey, you're cooking a meal and you want to grab that bottle of wine, and things just happen kind of organically and dynamically. That to me is more important than, you know, the fine-tuned little things, which are really interesting though if you get it right.
On a weekend here, you guys get pretty busy with the tastings?
You know, we can get fairly busy. You know, the winery here is the vehicle through which we sell our wine. We don't distribute the wine at all. It's all sells out direct to consumers. So this is about you know, this place is how we sell the wine.
Got it.
And but yeah, it can get fairly busy, but we always try to keep groups, you know, one-on-one. So, you know, the Fleurys are, you know, they do a lot of the tours here. I do a lot of the tours. It's kind of part of the uniqueness of this place is, you know, winemaking team here, we all do.
So if my public wants to get a case of this wine, can they get it online, or they have to come to Napa?
The best way to do it is to contact the winery, and we can. Because
I guess it's not a very easy wine to, you know, find.
Yeah, no, these are really tough to get wines. Each one individually is very small production, 100 to 500 cases usually.
That's really small.
So, you know, where we are at in the big picture, we do about 4,000 cases, and so on one hand, that's a real business. You know, this isn't a hobby. On the other hand, you know, if you're talking global production, we are so small, and these are really tough to get in demand wines.
And now, what's the average price, like a bottle of?
The F and Red here is 85. We have wines that range, you know, from basically 50 up to 175.
Got it.
And yeah, our high-end wines are, you know, we have a number of those, 135, 150, and 2 at 175. And yeah, they're all, you know, they're all delicious, and that's kind of, we don't try to put anything out there that we aren't fully behind.